Stand still and know that He is God, and there's no need to fight, for the battle is not yours, the battle is the Lord's. You guys, I heard that song today. I haven't heard it in a long time. If you haven't heard that song, it's by DJ Cat, and you guys, whether you believe that in a higher power outside of yourself or within yourself, change those lyrics and say, stand still and know that I am God, and that there is no need to fight because the battle is not mine. And if there is ever a battle, the only battle that exists is the battle with ourselves, within ourselves. I used to play that song, you guys, when I was going to church and doing different things like that. I had so many different artists that I listened to. I talk about this in my book, The Time I Had to Die, going from listening to certain songs and then having to, as I shifted and as I evolved, having to listen to different songs that were more uplifting. I was stuck in that phase of this battle, feeling like I was listening to that CeCe Winans song called like War or something like that. Like it was just always seeming like the different songs I listened to during that time were just about struggle and different things like that. And I had to shift, you guys, even the things that I was listening to at that time. And once I started evolving on this journey of self discovery, of remembering who I am, and different things like that, I went through a phase where I really stopped listening to Christian music altogether because I felt like it was just draining, and it wasn't, you know, it just didn't resonate with me as much anymore. And I have so many favorites, you guys. I was a praise and worship person. I was that person that was listening to these songs, and I just told someone from my soul family. I just told her yesterday. I was just like, look, I was the person that was stopping at stoplights with my hand raised, crying and just weeping. I was like, in. Okay, you guys, and it's in my book. I talk about that. But what I want to say, guys, is just remember, like that song just came to me out of nowhere, and just remember that when you're going through tough times, change your mindset about it. That is the way through it, okay? Look, the other day I was working with kids and we were doing the bear hunt, and I'm gonna use that as an example, you guys. So if you if you remember that song, leave a bear in the comments below. But let me just tell you, you're going on a bear hunt, right? You come across these obstacles that sometimes you can't go over them. Sometimes you're not going to be able to go under them. Sometimes you're not going to be able to go around them. But let me just tell you that sometimes it is meant for you to go through these obstacles on your hunt, on your journey that's leading you to. Y'all, I got chills. Let me tell you something. Many of us have been so activated right now. The message I was supposed to give was about you being activated. I was supposed to activate you right now from head to toe. Okay, that is the message that I received, and this was days ago, but I've been so busy at work and different things that I wasn't able to give that message. So today, every time I sit in front of this camera and try to do that message, something else comes. So as soon as I press play, the song came, and as I'm talking to you, the bear hunt analogy came. So you guys, if you're watching this right now, you're being activated in a new way. There is an upgrade that you just went through. And look, I don't want to say, oh, you passed the test, right? No, I don't want to say that. But what I do want to say is that you've been upgraded. Things are going to start flowing to you quickly, smoothly, and easily. And it's not going to feel overwhelming, okay? Unless you're really, like, you know how sometimes we just sit there and we get into our thoughts and we start thinking about all these things, and then we start getting anxiety, right? Because anxiety is caused by our thoughts. I don't know if I should say this is for entertainment purposes only or something. I really don't. I don't know how that goes, but I just normally just freely just speak. But what I'm saying is that, sometimes anxiety is caused by us overthinking, thinking about being too much in the past, or being too much in the future, okay, and not really being in the present moment. And sometimes we can feel like we are in the present moment, and we're having that because we're in the present moment. But no, subconsciously and sometimes consciously, you're connecting to a previous experience that's bringing up this familiar energy, okay? and then you start having this anxiety. So if you are watching this right now, and if you're watching this right now, you've dealt with anxiety, so I don't even have to ask. But if you want to know what I did to help with my anxiety, and even when I first learned of my anxiety, that's also in my book, The Time I Had to Die, which you guys can pre-order using my link in my bio. You can pre-order the physical copy. Right now, as you know, my book release was May 11th on Mother's Day, so the ebook is available on Amazon. But if you want the physical copy, which I'm pretty sure you will, you can pre-order that in the link in my bio. Also, let me just tell you something that I learned about anxiety. I learned that sometimes, like, as you're on your spiritual journey, you might have anxiety for different reasons. I had no idea that I would get anxiety when I would see a certain picture, I would see a certain person, and I didn't know why. Like, I started feeling this certain type of a way. And I remember my mentor, when I was going through like this ceremony, when I received my spiritual name, you guys, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about that soon. But if you want to know something, leave it in the comments, y'all, because I'm a projector, so you got to invite me in. If you want to know something, ask the question and I'll answer it. Sometimes I don't know what y'all want to know, but that's why I put the book out, okay? So anyway, but I would go through these phases when I would see pictures, or I would see certain people, or even be around certain energies, and I would just feel this anxiety and different things that I would go through. And I remember being at that ceremony, and just, it was not the worst. I don't want to say worse in a bad way, but I hadn't had anxiety like that ever, guys. The energy in that room during those ceremonies was intense. And I can do a whole story explaining what happened. But let me tell you this. I'm going to share this gem with you. Peppermint oil really helps. So she just unscrewed the top and put it under my nose, and I sniffed it for a little bit. And that is what I used to use every time I would have those type of, I call them episodes, but whatever you want to call it, just put some peppermint under your nose and sniff it in. You guys, peppermint oil, essential oil, you guys. I don't know if I said that or not. I'm gonna have to rewind this and see. But sniff that. It helps you guys so much. Okay, so you guys, that's the message. Okay, and I'm gonna try to do the next video, because that activation was so strong. I had to write it down. Okay, as I received it, as I was channeling, I was writing it down. Whatever spirit was telling me, I was writing it down. And so I'm just ready to give you guys that message. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, you are magic. So today, be magical, spread love, and share your story. And if you want to share your story, you guys, know the link in my bio. I have a link that says share your story. I am doing these lives. I'm interviewing someone that wants to share their spiritual journey, or share your journey in life. Want to share, you have a message that you want people to hear, and you're not afraid. These are for those that are not afraid. And even if you are afraid, do it anyway, because we don't always do things when we're outside of fear. Okay, sometimes we got to do things while we're in that fear, right? Because we can't go around it, we can't go under fear, we can't go over fear. So you're gonna have to go through fear to get whatever it is that you're desiring. I love you guys so much. Woo! I love it. Peace.